Hello and welcome to another Tech Tuesday. My name is Jeff Correll with Convergent Technologies Group. Today's discussion, we're going to be talking about some business continuity, disaster recovery, just briefly touch on some of those things. We're getting this out a little late because, well, yesterday we had a big old tropical storm come rolling through here and knocked out power for customers, and we were basically a little tied up, taking care of our customers. Usually we have this kind of discussion much earlier in the summer. You may have heard in the news there's some other things that have been keeping everybody busy and hot topics. So we just completely missed our usual hurricane season is coming for the East Coast anyway. It's time to start thinking about your disaster recovery, which is what everyone really talks about, is how can I get stuff back if everything is just blown out of the water or blown out by water in hurricane's case. But there's another piece to it called business continuity. It's how can I continue to operate while waiting for all of my IT systems to be restored. Oftentimes it's just falling back to the paper process or creating one if it's been so long since you changed over to computer systems and automation and whatnot. It's important to be able to continue to serve your customers because many will not really care that you don't have power or access to your systems if they really need your service. Many will then move on to somebody who does have that kind of process in place, or they can continue to operate even without all of our fancy, efficient computer systems. And so business continuity is one of those things that, again, gets overlooked. We all look at disaster recovery. Do I have good backups? Are my backups offsite? Or, how long will it take me to recover from a local restore versus an offsite restore? There's lots of interesting components to disaster recovery. And there's lots and lots of options, and trying to check and select the best ones. That's a nice little project, right? And your IT department is going to be very interested, or IT guy, right, gal, as the case may be. We'll go with person. That's well within their scope, right? It's IT, it's technology. It's how do I keep my technology running, and how can I get it back if it suddenly stops? Business continuity is really out of the hands of IT. They still need to be involved. They still need to be a part of your business continuity planning team, even if the team is just you, the IT person, and someone from your operational side, non-IT operations, to work out a manual process to keep going, and then figuring out how long you can actually operate under that manual process. You need the IT person because they need to know how quick they need to get stuff back up before all of this paper version of your workflow becomes so overwhelming. It'll be a Herculean task. I won't say almost impossible. It'll be a Herculean task to get it all into the system once it's back up. So it's a big conversation. It's a big consideration. It's in many cases going to be the thing that keeps your business afloat during a disaster, during a time when your IT systems are down. Your customers still want things. Business continuity can be as simple as having paper forms to fill out orders and keep track of sales. It could be partially, like if you have customers with lines of credit with you, it could be making sure that every week, every couple of weeks, you have a paper version of where the customer's standing is as far as their credit lines, so that you can go ahead and fill orders, or tell them, no, I need cash this time. There's it would touch every part of your business, right? How are you going to keep inventory if you warehouse things? And then how are you going to reconcile that once everything comes back online? It's the way things used to be done, and sometimes a big enough disaster can put us back into the old ways of doing things. Thinking about it now instead of after it happens will not only save you time, it'll save you money. Another important aspect of your business continuity planning is practicing, right? Whether you pick a day and just say, okay, on Tuesday, we're gonna all go to practice this process, and we're going to make sure it works. We're going to make sure the forms are right. We're going to make sure that Sally in accounting and Joe at the sales desk and whoever are able to fill these out, because quite honestly, sometimes the people creating these processes don't fully understand the individual worker's process. You have this high level view of how they do their job. So even if it's just a tabletop exercise, they talk about those for security testing and incident response. Is they'll do a tabletop deck exercise where everyone talks through what they would do, then and document and all that, and then they'll have at a later date, after the tabletop exercise seems to have worked well enough in everyone's mind. You've practiced a little bit, not with live equipment or any of that. And then they go through and they actually run it. So in the case of a merchant of some kind, clothing store, auto parts store, or whatever, you might actually spend a morning or a full day having everyone do it, the old way, paper. Where do I go to look up somebody's credit line and how much of it's already used? Where do I go to? It's that kind of stuff. The key is to not make it so stunning when it happens that no one's ever seen it before, and now you have to walk them through every step. It's that they've walked through those steps, they've practiced, it's at the beginning, it's not going to be smooth unless you practice, very regularly. But it won't be so foreign to their mindset that everything's just going to grind to a halt, and you're going to get a lot of angry customers because of delays. It's also thinking about in business continuity, you got to think about what are all the possible ways that my business can get disrupted, and how do I either negate them, right? We're gonna make it so that can't possibly happen, and or how do I negate the effects of it, right? So you can either get rid of it so that it can't possibly happen. The truck can't drive through the wall accidentally, by putting up maybe big metal posts outside. There you go. You've most likely gotten rid of that possible problem of a big hole in the wall. The other thing is, what do I do if that doesn't do it, right? If that doesn't happen, how do I secure my warehouse, as an example? But a lot of those things, it's just some of the things you need to think about as you form your BC, business continuity, and DR, disaster recovery plans, because your business may count on it. Hope everyone's staying safe. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.